begin. We'll begin. All right. So finding a nice chair, working on our strength and stability today, but just again, overall yoga practice, bringing in a little bit of thought processes into our heart today to begin our practice. So, why don't we start with, let's just shake. Start the practice with shaking off anything, any stuff, getting our body moving, getting our prana energy going, getting our cells, all of our trillions of cells to wake up, wiggle the legs. Don't forget about the toes and the fingers, eyes, blinking the eyes. Yeah, just waking up. Good. And relax. Good. We're going to bring our palms up on our lap. Find a gentle, tall spine. So as if, the best analogy I have is to lift the heart. Yeah. And what that does is sends the shoulders back. And if you slide your hands up your thighs, your shoulders are nice in alignment, right, with the rest of the body. It's sort of a Tadasana for sit as we sit. Good. And not over stretching, just having a gentle, tall spine. And we'll close the eyes and just arrive in our space. And let's just with our hands touch our thumbs to our pointer fingertips. Yeah, little chin mudra. Sending energy just up and down our spine. Yeah. And now we're going to take a breath in through the nose and breathe out with a sigh. Extend the exhale breath. Another breath in and breathe out. Now we're going to take a breath in through the nose, slowly. We're going to hold the breath for a couple counts. And then we're going to breathe out fully. And then pause. So breathe in, and as you breathe in, notice the belly rise and the heart rise. And then comfortably just pause the breath. And then slowly let the breath out through the nose. Feel the heart relax, the belly draw back. The bottom of the breath, pause. And then breathe in and pause. Breathe out, heart relaxes, belly relaxes, and pause. Let's do about 3 or 4 more breaths, just like this, as deep as you can, maybe a little deeper each time. Belly relaxes, heart rises as you breathe in. And heart relaxes, belly draws back slightly as you breathe out. Nice and slow. In and out of the nose if you can. Notice what happens on the inhale breath. You feel a little more energized in the body. As you pause, the prana energy swirls around. And then as you breathe out, the body relaxes. And when you've done 3 or 4, at the bottom of the exhale breath, just relax your breath. Relax your hands. Keep your eyes closed. And notice your natural breath. Just soft and easy, slow. And belly is still rising slightly and the heart still rising slightly as you breathe in. And they relax as you breathe out. Natural breath. Okay. And then with eyes still closed, let's bring our hands onto our heart. So just lay one hand on top of the other. And just bringing in the energy into our heart center. Yeah, so not only is our actual physical heart located in this general area, but our heart chakra, that heart energy, that energy that helps us to think with compassion and love instead of judgment. Yeah. So just igniting that, reminding ourselves when we get judgmental or any of those negative emotions, angry towards someone. Yes. But to just stop and come into your heart for a breath or two, and then continue on. Yeah. All right. And so when you're feeling ready and complete, gently flutter the eyes open and relax. We get into our habits each and every day. And then there's all these different things that get our attention all during our day, a phone call, a TV show, or a computer. And we just lose that sight of, oh, hold on, let that happen. I'm here now, as again, if you're dealing with other people or drivers or whatever, the more we practice that thought of compassion for others, then the more we're helping ourselves. We're learning to love ourselves and help ourselves, right? Because we can't control those people. So if we let them get to us, then we lose. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna find our tall spine. If we left it here, hands can be up or down on your lap, whatever feels best on your body. And we're gonna just begin our asana practice. So taking a nice breath in. As you exhale, drop your head over to the right. Good. And then press into your feet, lift the head back up, and exhale, drop your head over to the other side. Relax your opposite shoulder. On inhale up, and exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Then inhale up, lift the chin up. On exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Good, and slowly start to roll the head over to the right and up and over to the other side and down. Nice slow rotations with the head. Stretching the neck, the shoulders, and notice how those areas feel today on your body. Yeah, feeling different every day. Next time the head comes forward, pause and reverse. So on days where we wake up and we're like, oh, not feeling the greatest, this hurts, that is bothering me, just be kind to yourself. Know that that will pass. And on days that you wake up, next time you come forward, pause again. Yeah, if you went the opposite direction, and then slowly lift the head back up. And then relax the arms down alongside the body. And if you have days that you wake up and you feel particularly good and energetic, just be grateful. Not get caught up in that. This is how I want to feel all the time. Why don't I feel like this all the time? Just enjoy it while it happens, because the too shall pass, right? Yeah, and so relax. Good. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach the shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, relax. And inhale, press into your feet as you lift the shoulders. And let the shoulders float back down. And roll the shoulders. One direction, little circles. Good. Arms are just nice and relaxed, following along. Keeping these shoulders, all of those ligaments and tendons supple so that we don't yank or pull one of them. Yeah, and relax. Okay, sitting up again, nice and tall. We're going to work our jaw a little bit. So we're going to open our mouth as wide as you can slowly. And then close the mouth slowly. And open. And close. and open and close. It can help to open up the sinuses. We're going to take our two peace fingers at the side of the bridge of our nose. We're going to gently press in as we draw the fingers underneath our eyes. Yes. And we're going to do that one more time. So bring the fingers back to the bridge of the nose and press down as you draw down and under your eyes and out. And when we have the eyes, the fingers out here, let's take a few breaths through our nose. So if you ever have like a stuffy nose, it can help to open up those passages. Because if we are not always breathing through our nose, we sort of lose the plasticity of the membranes in our nose, and then the membranes become flaccid, and it keeps us stuffy. Yeah, I mean, unless there's a allergy or cold going on, and then relax and shake out the hands. Yeah, so that's why breathing through the nose is so medicinal. We haven't talked about that in a little while, but we have membranes in our sinuses and our nostrils and our sinuses, and they need to be worked, just like every other part of our body needs to be worked and moved and strengthened. So does our nasal passages and those membranes. If we don't work them, they sort of collapse and can cause chronic stuffy nose. So practicing as much as you can breathing through your nose all the time is really healthy. And it creates a whole bunch of other nitric oxide, it filters, it warms the air. It's so critically important for our health to be nasal breathers. That's how we always were as a human species. Yeah. And you hardly ever see anything in nature breathing through their mouth. I mean, when dogs are hot, they pant to sweat, but typically they have their mouth closed and they're breathing through their nostrils. Yeah. Okay. So let's come into a little vagus nerve. Take a breath in and exhale, drop again your head over to the right. Good. Bring your hand onto your head. Bring your eyes to the upper left corner of the room. Relax your left arm and let it hang down. And breathe through your nose if you can. There's just nice 3 long deep breaths here. A little smile on the face. And relax and slowly bring the hand off the head. You can help the head back up. Bring hands onto your lap. Find your tall spine. And as you exhale, drop your head over to the other side. Good. You can bring your left hand onto your head. You can relax your right arm down. You can look up to the upper left corner or right corner of the room now and breathe through the nose if you can. Nice, slow, relaxed, deep breaths. Each time you exhale, relax into this. Stretch. On your next exhale breath, bring the hand to the left side of the head. Help the head back up. Bring your hands onto the lap. Good. And let's take our hands now to our neck and just massage the neck. I'm going to start from the back of the earlobes. Massage down the sides of these big muscles here on the side of your neck. Yeah, just give your neck that's good vagus nerve waking up. It feels like the top of your shoulders can get to. That's also nice. Good. And relax. Okay. So we're going to do a little dorsiflexion for our feet as we sit. Hopefully I'll remember to do it when we stand up. But so as far as balance, stability, fall prevention, the art of lifting your toes up, yes, is really important to keep ourselves stable and balanced, right? And then release your toes down. And then lift your toes up and release them back down onto the floor. And again, lift your toes up as high as you can. And this is almost they've done studies, I've read a study a while ago where the ability for people to not be unable to lift their toes is indicative of how they have so much greater risk of fall. It's one of the little signs, right? And so we want to work those and then relax your toes down. Yeah. And then just lift your heels for a little counter stretch and then drop your heels down. So really important to do that. Let's scoot forward into our chair and bring our legs a little bit wider apart. And just play around here a little bit and see how you can come as wide as you can comfortably. Knees stacked above the heels. Good. Nice tall spine. And let's just rock side to side. Good. Feeling that weight shift from one hip bone to the other. Good. Let's bring the body back to center. Gentle straight spine. Take a breath in and exhale. Lean forward slightly. Yeah. And keep the knees from collapsing in when you lean forward. So energetically keep the knees above the heels. And then just do a couple circles here with the upper body, not moving the head. So keep the head nice and stacked right above your shoulders. We're just moving the body. It's really tempting to let the head get involved, but then that takes the stretch out of the hips. Next time you come forward, pause, and let's just reverse that rotation. Nice and slow, enjoying each movement in this next 45 minutes or so. Just being here, enjoying. Yeah. Next time you come forward, pause, slowly bring the body back up. Relax the arms down. Good, relax the shoulders. Let's bring our hands into cactus pose or goal pose, since it was just post Super Bowl. And then we're going to interlace our hands behind our head. Yeah, good. And then reach the elbows back. Yes, just make this nice and comfortable. Yeah, if interlacing your hands is feeling like too much on your shoulders, you can just bring your fingertips to the back of your head. Yeah, good. And then just simply lay your head into your hands. So opening up our hearts, that heart chakra, that heart energy. And the more we become aware of that and the more we practice that, just remind ourselves, yeah. Because either you lead with your heart or your head, right? So either you lead with the heart or the ego. And then exhale, slowly bring the gaze back forward and slowly unclasp your hands. Let's bring your fingers to your shoulders, drop your elbows, and let's just do a couple slow rotations, really keeping those shoulders moving. Get that synovial fluid bathing those shoulders. It's so important to do on a very regular basis, which is why I do this one a lot in class. And then reverse. Yeah, and again, just a reminder, no discomfort, no pain. If you hold a little muscle there in your shoulder, just do little circles, because it's important to keep yourself moving. Yeah, when you have a little injury, the tendency is to not use it, right? And that's probably safe. But to move it as much as possible helps to heal it. Yeah, but always checking with your doctor, of course. And then bringing your hands onto your thighs. We're gonna toe heel. Yeah, feet back to hip distance apart. Good. All right, let's do a little twist here. We haven't done a little lunge twist. We're gonna do a nice twist for our spine. We're gonna slide our body over to the side of the chair. Good. And then you probably know the drill already here. So this left leg, this left hip, we can scoot it off the chair a little bit. Yes. And then you can slide that left leg down the knee, down towards the floor. And now play around with this. Make sure that you're feeling comfortable here. You don't need to come into this lunge. You can keep both legs next to each other and do a little twist that way as well. This just helps to stretch out this hip flexor. Yeah. So bring your leg to where it's comfortable for you, to your edge. If it's the knees a little bit forward, if that feels better, you're on the ball of your foot. If you want to draw the knee back down, slide your foot a little further back. If you want to get into a real, deeper stretch and that your body is asking for that, you can slide that foot further back. So just find your space here. And you might have slid that back, and like I did that, and it's like feeling like a little bit too much for me today. So I'm gonna shorten that a little bit. Yeah, good. All right, and reach the left. Once you have your legs, reach that left arm up towards the sky. And take a nice big breath in and look up towards the ceiling. Coming into a seated lunge here. And breathe. Good. It always feels nice to look up. Yeah, that opens up our heart. And then exhale, release that left hand down. Yeah. And then bring that outside hand, this left hand, onto the outside of the right thigh. Good. And take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly turn at your waist towards the back of your chair. And now you can keep your hands where they are. If you want to bring both hands to the top of your chair, or maybe this left hand to the side of your chair. And maybe if you want go a little bit deeper, both hands to the side of your chair. So we all have different chairs, different widths. So just take this lunge to where it's comfortable on your body. If you tried something and you're feeling like you're struggling a little bit, modify your hands. Bring your hand back to your thigh. Yeah, good. And then once you've landed your lunge, turn and look over that right shoulder. And breathe. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Maybe you bring your awareness to your belly. Try to relax into this nice, just gentle twist for the spine. A little detoxification for our internal organs. And when you feel ready on your next exhale breath, just slowly make your way back out of this. Yes. So bringing the body back forward. Yes. Taking this left hand, leaning forward slightly with a straight spine. And on an inhale breath, just help that left leg next to the right, or this outside leg. Yeah. And then bring your hands to the back of your chair. And if you scooted your hip off your chair, bring it back onto the seat of your chair. Good. And just do a little wiggle out. Good. And then we're gonna just slide your way back to the front of your chair. And now slide your way to the other side of the chair. Here. Good. All right, same thing on this side. So you can scoot your hip off the chair. It just gives you more room if you want to drop your knee. Yeah. And then slide your knee down towards the floor. Yeah. And find your range of motion on this side. So you can slide it back a little bit more. Maybe this side's different. That feels good. Just making sure that you come back to a nice tall spine. Yes. And if you slid it back and you're leaning forward, then you've gone too far. You want to come back a little bit with that lunge. All right, so get yourself nice and comfortable in your legs. And then let's reach this right arm up towards the sky. And then lift the chin and look up towards the ceiling. And breathe, opening up our heart or chest. Also helps to open up that thyroid. Yeah. And then as you exhale, relax that right arm down. And then you can bring it to the outside of that left side. Good. And this can be where your hands remain. Yeah, take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, turn gently at your waist just a little bit towards the back of your chair, chest towards the back of your chair. And then find your hand position, right? You can either keep it where it is, both hands on the top or the sides of your chair. Just do what feels right for your body. And then look over that left shoulder and breathe. Look, couple little belly breaths. Again, if you've landed somewhere and it's feeling uncomfortable on your back or you can't breathe deeply, just readjust your hands. Come back out of a twist a little bit. Yes, so that you're comfortable. And breathe. Don't want you struggling through any poses. And when you're ready, slowly make your way back forward, back out. Yeah, good. And then take that right hand to the thigh, lean forward. On your inhale breath, bring that leg back to next to the other. And then scoot your hips back onto your chair. And just wiggle out your body just a little bit, little baby wiggle here. And then slowly bring your body back forward. Yeah. Chair. Good. All right. And relax. Okay. So just let's do a couple cat-cows now for our spine. On an inhale breath, lift the chest, look up. And exhale, just drop the head, slide your hands forward. Let's do these little cat-cows here, lifting the chest, sliding the hands up. And exhale, relax forward. And one more. And relax forward and pause here now. Just let the head relax down. And take a couple breaths here in cat pose. Good. And then slowly come back up. All right. We're going to do a little coordination thing. That also helps us with our balance, right? Our daily balance. So we're simply going to have a nice tall spine seated. And we're going to take our right toe and tap it. And then release the foot onto the floor and take our left heel and tap it. So you can see, I think you can see my feet now, right? And then so tap the right toe, release, tap the left heel and release. And tap the right toe and release. And the left heel. We're going to start going a little faster, right? And left. And right and left. Right and left. So great way to, one of the best ways to be uplifted and to keep our balance and our strength is to dance every day. So we can do this little chair dance. Good. And relax. Now we're going to do the left toe and the right heel. And the left toe and the right heel. And left toe and right heel. And left toe and right heel. And left toe. As fast as we can. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now, right, left, right, left, right toe, left heel, right toe, left heel, left toe, right heel, left toe, right heel, left toe, right heel, left toe, right heel. I got mixed up. Hopefully you followed along or didn't follow along, more like it. Anyway, yeah. So you see how just that can get your heart rate up, get the blood flow happening. There's so many great things we can do, even as we get older and our bodies slow down. You know, there's just that little bit of movement each day. So beneficial for us to stay feeling, having more of those days we feel good than when we don't. Yeah, good. All right, so our strength, so the lower body, keeping the lower body, all those muscles strong is pivotal to keeping us upright and keeping us from falling and keeping us strong so that if we do trip or misstep, we can catch ourselves and not go all the way down, right? Yeah. So one of the best things to do for ourselves is to practice sitting and standing. And to do that, if we can, every day, like 8 to 12 times a day. But so we're going to just get proper alignment here. So we're basically going to stand up and sit back down as gracefully as much as possible, not using our hands. Yeah. So your hands can either be on the chair if you have some room on the seat next to you, or they can just relax down alongside the body. So you're scooted forward in your chair here a little bit. That always helps. So when you're seated, you know, maybe at dinner or something like that with somebody, wherever you're seated, it's a good idea to scoot forward first in the chair and then make your way to standing. It's almost impossible if you're all the way in the back of your chair to stand up from that position. Good. And then we're going to have a straight spine, head right above the shoulders. Yeah, and we're going to lean forward slightly. So arms down alongside or maybe on the chair. Yeah, however you'd like. And you're just going to experiment with this, right? So you're on an inhale breath, you're going to lean forward, press into your feet and slowly stand up. Good. And then we're going to take a breath in And as you exhale, we're going to slowly reach the hips back and come back to the chair. And again, as much as possible, and not plop down on the chair, to not, plop down, but to gracefully land on the chair. Now, if that was really challenging for you, one of the things you can practice with when you do this practice of sitting and standing a few times every day is to find a chair that's maybe a little higher, the seat's a little higher. If the seat's kind of low, then it's harder to practice your strength, because you don't want to be struggling. You want to find a good height of the seat of the chair so you can stand and sit a few times and to build that low body strength. Yeah. So we're going to do that a couple more times. Yeah. And again, if it was a struggle for you, and even if it's hard to stand up at all, if you ever get to that point where you can't, just making the motion to try to stand up from the seat without using your hands is working your strength. Yeah. All right. So again, nice tall spine, lean forward slightly, and then on an inhale breath, press into your feet, slowly stand, and exhale as gracefully as you can, have a seat. And if you need to use the chair sitting down, your hands on the chair sitting down, that's fine. And inhale up, only if this is comfortable, yeah? So you can just do the two that we did. And inhale up. And the more reps you do, yeah, of course, the more workout you're gonna get. Good. And inhale up. Yeah, trying not to plop down. The minute you start plopping down, you're done, right? No more. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. How are we doing? Yeah. All right. So that's just something to practice. And again, if that was feeling like there was strain on your knees at all, or really hard to stand up, try a little bit higher seat. And doing that about 8 to 12 times a day is really going to keep this low body strong. All right, we're going to stand up one more time, and then we're going to stay there. So you're scooted forward in your chair, feet about hip distance apart, spine remains tall. You don't want to round forward to stand up with that spine. Yeah, good. And then starting with leaning forward first, and then pressing up, pressing down into your feet as you stand up. And the more you practice that, if you can each day or every other day or so, the more you're gonna all of a sudden find that you stand up so easily. Yeah. And again, it works a lot of muscles in our low body. Good job. Yes. And relax, shake it out. Good. All right. And even that gets the heart rate going, right? So just doing our little toe tap and sitting and standing, that's a good little, 10-minute workout for you. Yeah, good. And relax, good. And then let's bring our body back right into mountain pose. So relax into mountain pose. Good. Let's let the heart rate relax. So that sitting and standing at your chair gets your heart rate going. Yeah. Strengthening your low body, getting your heart rate up. It's all good. Yeah. All right. So let's just start to shake. Shake the head, blink the eyes. Yeah, good. And relax. Good. Let's bring our body, our legs a little bit wider apart. Let's soften our knees. Good. And inhale and exhale. Ha. 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 And one more. Ha. And come back to center. Come back to feet hip distance apart. We're going to practice that dorsiflex with our toes. So here you might want to have a chair in front of you or on the side so that you have something to hold on to here. Because bringing our weight back into our heels and not having our toes is one of the most challenging balance postures that you can have. Your brain is like, whoa, what's going on here? I don't want to fall back. Yeah, so it's good practice actually. Yeah. All right, so feet hip distance apart, and then lift the toes up. So you're balancing on your heels. Good. And release. And lifting the toes and release. Yeah, and if your toes are not coming up at all, just trying to attempt to lift the toes is perfect practice. Yeah, that gets all those same muscles firing. Good. Now we're gonna lift our toes and we're gonna hold it. Yeah. And your body there's a lot of wobble going on, right? Yeah. Brain is like, okay, steady, steady, steady this body. And release. Good. And then just for a counter stretch, just lift your heels and relax. We're gonna do that one more time. So let's shake out our feet. And so if you were holding onto your chair, that's probably most of us were doing that. Yeah. And if you ever want to, so if you want to challenge yourself, you can bring a finger onto the chair and see if you can lift your toes. Probably won't come up as high. Yeah, and release and lift your toes, or just make that intention of lifting the toes and release. Good. And the third flight, now this is very, very difficult, right, is to float your hand up off your chair and see if you can lift those toes and release. Yeah, and lift the toes. Lots of things working to do that. Yeah. So that's something fun to just practice and work, or just come to class and we'll do that fairly regularly. Good. All right. So we're going to come into the intention of building bone mass as well in our body, in our skeleton. And our skeleton needs to have some vibration in it to send the signal to build bone, right? And a nice way to do that, again, you can hold on to your chair. And in this practice, we're just going to be lifting our leg up about 12 inches, our foot up, and then dropping it down like we're trying to maybe step on a bug or something. Yeah, but you want to have your head above your shoulders. You don't want to have your head forward on this. You want a nice tall spine. Good. And feel free to hold on to something. And we'll start with our right foot. And so just lift the right foot up about 12 inches and then tamp it down. Again, why dancing is good, right? Lift it up and then boom, drop it down. Lift it up and really get that bug. And two more. Yeah. And one more. Yeah. And relax. So again, that vibration is sending that signal to the brain to say, we need stronger bones here. Yeah. And that's what gets many times that osteoblast to start, and osteoclast, both. We need both to get our bones stronger. Let's do the other side. So lifting that left knee up and stamping it down. Lifting it up and stamping it down. So feet end up right about next to each other as you stamp down. Lift up and down, lift up and down, and lift up and down. Good. And relax. So yeah, when you dance, when you're dancing or you're running, that stuff is happening as well. Yeah. Just getting that vibration going. Nice work, everybody. Okay. So we're going to float our hands forward, make a fist, and we're going to rotate our fist in one direction and then rotate in the opposite direction. Good. We're going to flip our hands up, spread your fingers wide, make a fist, spread your fingers wide, relax your fingers, take a breath in and exhale, bring your fingers to your shoulders. And then inhale forward, exhale. So getting some synovial fluid running around in those elbow joints. Yeah, good. And one more. Good. And relax the arms down, roll out the shoulders. Good. All right. Coming into a little bit of a side bend here. So we're going to bring our arms out to either side, make a back to our goal post here. Good. And if it's available to you, we're going to grab onto our wrists here behind our head, if that's available, or up above your head. Yeah. If it's available to you and you can grab onto your maybe forearms or maybe your elbows Yeah. And take a couple breaths. So just find your range of motion that's comfortable for you. We're gently pressing into our toes to engage that lower body, that strong lower body. Good. So wherever you are here, take a breath in. And as you exhale, just lean over to the right. A little side bend for our spine. Then inhale, press into your feet, come back up, and exhale, go over to the other side. Notice if one side is a little stiffer or more challenging than the other. Come back up. At any point in time, you can come back to your grabbing your wrists. You can even grab your fingertips. Yeah, so wherever you're comfortable. And then we're going to go over to the right again, and up, and to the left. Just a little bit, and up. This is a nice stretch for the shoulders as well as the spine. And one more over to the side. And come back up. Nice. And then relax the arms. Let's just let them slowly float down. Come to your shoulders here and pause. Do a little massage on your shoulders. Good. And then relax and go the rest of the way. Drop those elbows down the rest of the way. Good. And relax. And again, always taking care of yourself. If any of this is feeling like, ow, then yeah, no, stop. Don't do that. Slowly come out, modify. Yeah, and relax. So shake it out. Good. All right, roll out the shoulders. Good. Let's do a little bit bigger rolls here. So with our shoulders, more opening up of our shoulders here. We're going to inhale the arm up and then reach back. Let's just do our gentle little back stroke here. Come forward and do the other side. It's as if I'm a swimmer, so I like to do swimming stuff. This is good for our shoulders. Yeah. Also a little twist for the spine. Just getting that spine to continue to move around. As we know, we can, if we're laid up for a day or two, how stiff we feel, right? Our body, bones, ligaments, everything needs to move every day if possible. Yeah. And last one here. This just feels so graceful and lovely. And good. And relax. Good. And coming into a little forward fold. You can use the back of your chair if you have your chair in front of you. You can use your thighs. We're going to just hinge at our hips though here. So we're going to start with our hands on our hips. Good. Soften the knees. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, send your hips back. Hinge forward at your hips. Yeah. And look down at the floor. Now you can bring your hands onto the back of your chair if that feels better on your body. You can bring your hands onto your thighs. Good. I want you to just take this to where it's comfortable for you. You don't want to round your back significantly. You want to keep the back, the spine fairly straight. Yeah. So take a breath in again. And as you exhale, see if you can just drop the top of your head down a little bit if that feels okay on your body. Anytime it doesn't, remember, you back out, right? Maybe your hands slide a little further down your legs. Maybe your head drops a little further down, just relaxing. Maybe if it's available to you, you can just hang your arms like a rag doll, just draping your body forward, tucking the tummy up, keeping the toes gently pressed into the floor. And breathe for this inversion here. Nice, long, slow, deep breath. Good. And then when you're ready, bringing your hands back onto your legs or keeping them on your chair. Start walking your hands up slowly, one at a time. Of course, keeping the head down as your body comes up. And once the shoulders come up, then slowly lift the head. Good. And take a nice breath in and let it go. We're going to slide our hands just gently back and interlace your hands behind your hips. And stretch your shoulders back just gently. Yeah. And maybe lift your chin up slightly. Nice little counter pose for that forward bend. And breathe. Smile on the face. We're here in yoga. We are moving our body. Yeah. Just practicing some self-love here today. And then release, relax the hands out. Good. And coming into a little sun salutation here. So make sure that you have room on either side of you to step side to side. Yeah, and make sure that your chair is not close because we'll just be bending forward slightly. Good. And we're going to start in mountain pose. Palms forward, kneecaps lifted, tummy tucked in slightly, chin just slid back slightly. Good. And take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands into prayer position. Good. And now as you inhale, step out to the right and just gently reach your arms out. Yeah. And exhale, soften your knees and just bow the body forward and reach your arms back. And then on an inhale breath, slide your body together, everything to the center, and exhale your hands to the heart. So again, practicing self-love. So you don't have to step out wide and struggle to get back in. Find that sweet spot where you can step out and then the inhale, which is challenging, stepping everything back to center. Make it as easily and graceful as is comfortable on your body. Let's go to the other side. So just gently step out and exhale, bow forward, press into your toes. You can draw your hands back and up, arms back and up. Good. And then on an inhale breath, just slide that leg back to next to the other and your hands together, and exhale, hands to heart. Just inviting all that beautiful energy into your heart. Step out and let's bow forward. Good. And step together and hands to heart. And step out and bow forward. Arms back and up, just where they're comfortable. Step together, hands to heart. We're going to do one more. Step out, hands, and bow forward. Step together, bring that love into your heart. And step out. Honor by bowing forward, honoring yourself, your body. And then step together and bringing your hands to your heart. Good. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Bring your hands onto your heart and close your eyes. Just find gratitude for what you have today in this moment. And there's so much to be grateful for. You hear the birds singing, the sun is shining. I am here in yoga. Gratitude. And when you're ready, slowly open the eyes and release the hands down. And we're going to make our way back to our chair. Yes. So we're going to sit and stand again, if that's comfortable for you. I'm going to start here. Yes, at the front of your chair. And take a breath in and exhale. Slowly reach your hips back. And if you need to grab onto the front of the chair, fine. If you can slowly sit without using your hands, fine. Yeah, so arms down. And let's just do that 2 more times. So straight spine, right? Let's scoot forward into the front of your chair. Good. Lean forward. And then on an inhale breath, slowly stand up, press into your legs and stand up. And on an exhale breath, slowly land your hips back onto your chair. And lean forward, press into your feet, inhale, stand. And exhale, sit. One last time, inhale, stand. And exhale, gracefully sit. Nice job. Yeah, who knew sitting and standing? It's so challenging. But again, practice with different levels of chair and find the right height of your chair so that it's easier for you to do 8 to 10 reps. I have a little bit lower chair, so it's a little more challenging for me. I have a chair that's higher and I do it and it makes it a little easier. So we're gonna stay scooted forward in our chairs here. Let's grab the back of our right leg and hug it in. Yes, reach your shoulders back. Let's do a couple circles with our foot in one direction and a couple in the other direction. Good. Let's do open up our hips here. So bringing the ankle or the foot or the shin onto this left leg. Good. And option is always outside of the foot lays on that right, the right foot lays on the left top of your shoe. That way, if you're crossed over, you don't get as wide of an opening. If you have the outside of your shoe on top of the other, that leg can come open just a little bit more. So you pick where you want your legs. Lift the heart, lift the toe if you're up here, lift the chin, take a breath in. And as you exhale, slide your belly button forward. Yes, keep that chin lifted, keep the heart lifted, and come as far forward as you can. That's comfortable. And take a breath in. And as you exhale, relax. I don't think I'll ever be able to do this pose without feeling a nice big stretch doing that. It's good for opening up those hips and getting some of that fluid in the hip joints as well. So find your legs here. If you feel like you want more opening when you're on top here, you can lay your forearms onto that upper leg. Yeah, close your eyes. Let's take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can relax your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your arms. Relax your fingers. Let the fingers just get all the tension out of your fingers. Yes, good. And take another big breath in. And then as you exhale, see if you can soften that right hip. Yes. Relax your jaw. So you can even open your mouth slightly to relax your jaw. With all the tension. This can be an intense stretch. So our whole body tends to seize up, tense up. So with each exhale breath, just notice where you're holding tension. Maybe relax your foot, again, your shoulders, your face, your back, your hip. And just see if you can melt into this hip opener, this stretch. Get your friends, a little smile on the face, that gets the tension out of the face. Good, one more breath here, just enjoying this opening. Good. And then gently press down into that standing left foot. Slowly bring the body back up. Yeah. And then help to release that leg off the left. And relax. Find your nice tall spine. Just do a little wiggle. Let's shake off any tension that we've built up in that pretty challenging stretch. Yeah. And relax. Let's do a couple head rolls. Relax the tension. Let your body just feel like it's a noodle. Yeah, a cooked noodle. Oh, good. Let's go over to the other side. Let's grab behind this left leg now and hug it in. Do a couple rotations with that foot. And other side. Good. Our feet did a good workout for us today. And then find your legs. So either that leg on top, this side might feel completely different. So be kind to yourself. Maybe the foot if you want more, ankle, shin, or outside of the foot on top of the right, or the outside of that shoe. Yeah. You can lift the toe up. That starts to get a nice little stretch there. So lift the chest, look up. And as you exhale, just close your eyes and draw your belly button forward. Just feel like it's sliding forward until you feel your range of motion in this left hip. Yes, and then relax the head, just bow the head forward. Again, you can put your forearms on that leg that's on top, if that's an option for you, if you want more. Keep the eyes closed and find deep breaths. Taking a breath in, exhale, soften. Take another breath in. So do 3 or 4 breaths here. Yeah. Noticing something soften with each exhale. Again, your shoulders, sometimes you're not even realizing you're tensing up until you bring your awareness there and say, oh, let's draw my shoulders back and down. Relax your fingers, wiggle your fingers. Yeah, relax your left hip. Let that leg drop open on the exhale breath a little bit more if it's available. And just enjoy this opening, this releasing of tension, this releasing of all of those negative emotions we tend to hold in our hip area, our judgment, our criticism, our sadness, all of that. The more we let go of that, the bigger our love, our heart grows, our compassion, yes, our patience. Good. All right, and when you're ready, on an inhale breath, press into your left foot and slowly bring your body back up, your right foot rather. Yeah, and then go ahead and release that leg off and we'll get ready first. Let's wiggle out, one more little wiggle to split the body, get nice and loose, shake off any tension, close your eyes, notice if you're carrying any stiffness or tension anywhere, see if you can just gently shake it off. Yeah, and then we're gonna come into final relaxation here, Shavasana. So now sitting all the way back into our chairs, yes, or you can lay down on the floor. Yeah, bringing your palms up on your lap. Again, sliding your hands up a little higher takes your shoulders and from rounding forward to being in a nice position to keep your lungs open. And then close your eyes. And let's begin to just relax here, relax the body. So let's take a nice big breath in and let it go through the mouth. Just let go. Let that exhale breath release all the tension and toxins in the body. Do that 2 more times, taking a long, deep breath in, holding it maybe, and then letting it go, noticing the body relax as you exhale. One more breath in. When you're ready, breath out. And release the breath now. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms, letting your heart relax back. Relax the hips and the legs and the feet and the toes. All bodies relaxed. Whole bodies relaxed. Bring a little smile to your face. Just enjoying this moment. Let go of all of your efforts. Breath is soft. Notice any thoughts and just allow the thoughts to come and go. Just like passing clouds in the sky. Body relaxing more and more. You begin to get hooked on a thought. Just bring your awareness to your heart space. That beautiful place of contentment and joy and compassion and love. And just be there. Relax. Feel free to remain here if you'd like. Should you want to come back now into this space and time, take a deeper breath in and let it go. Begin to wiggle your body, gently sway and move your body, fingers and toes. Just lovingly waking yourself back up. Bringing the smile back to your face if it left. Coming back to stillness now. Bring your hands in prayer position. Rest your thumbs onto your heart. Reminding ourselves to reside in our heart. Let's take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, bow your forehead. Relax your shoulders. And closing practice today with this. Be friendly towards the happy. Compassionate towards the unhappy. Delight in the virtuous. And have disregard for the wicked. When you're feeling ready and complete, gently begin to flutter the eyes open as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming to practice today, for getting strong and balanced and residing in your hearts today. Yeah, have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.